Hello and welcome. If it is your first time here, hello again. If you are returning, welcome back. Last episode, Danny had a much needed cry. I'm glad he got it all out. He unfortunately decided to get into crime with Isaac. Like a moron. I don't know what he's thinking, but hopefully he backs out of it. Amy and Paul met in real life, and Paul kissed her. So let's get into the shenanigans. She's taking him back home? What if Danny sees you? That will be the biggest mistake ever. He will lose his ever loving mind.
The problem with driving is that you always have to find parking. But with Port King, you can order someone to park for you.
That is basically valet.
Valet?
No, Port King. So basically, they come to wherever you are.
Terrible.
So you want to hang out this week?
I have to go to Vegas for work, so...
Oh my God, girl. Just tell this boy you're married.
Could you do me a favor and just not, tell anybody?
Thank God.
Paul, I'm married.
Oh God. This is why you should not be here doing this with Paul. His brother might lose his mind. Danny, oh my God.
Go now before
What is wrong with you, sir? What is wrong with you? You need to get your life together. At least he now knows that you have a husband. Hopefully he will stay away from you.
Everything you need for the church.
Wait, so we can steal all this and pocket the church money?
God is good. Amen.
Terrible. You're going to get caught and you're going to face the consequences, and Isaac will be fine, as per usual.
You're Korean Robin Hood.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Korean Aladdin.
Yeah.
You are not meant for crime, Danny. Get away from Isaac before he ruins your life.
It's gonna be a family trip and it's gonna be fun, okay?
Don't worry, babe. I got it.
Sweetie, the driver's gonna take us to a private jet.
Paw Patrol's coming too. Woof, woof, don't want you. Bubba will lead us to Vegas.
Junior, stop that, okay?
Again, I said this before, but did they get married because she got knocked up? Not everyone should have kids, especially if you don't have the patience for them. Oh, Jesus.
You know what? Maybe we just don't go to Vegas.
You gotta go. I'll hold down the fort.
I dislike George in many ways, but he is a good parent, okay? He has the patience to deal with the tantrums, and Amy is not good. Or at least she hasn't practiced.
I really thought this would help us refocus on one another, you know?
Don't worry about us.
You should worry, sir. Your relationship is in the toilet right now. She's out here kissing randos, and you're doing what you're doing, okay?
We'll do our family trips when you iron out the deal.
Oh, Paul knows how to read? Say hi to your cousin, man.
Sup, Isaac?
Sup, Isaac? Isaac Hyung.
This is why Paul does not like being around Isaac. He is right. Y'all should not be around him.
Can I borrow your truck?
What you need my truck for?
I'll see my girl in Vegas.
Oh, she's your girl now? I got that big job at Veronica's church, so you can, come help and I'll pay you good. Pay your own way to Vegas.
You're bringing your brother into this mess too? Terrible. If you get your brother's life ruined, I'm going to be so pissed with you.
Yo, why don't we celebrate the new job?
Gross. He's going to get y'all drunk and leave. I'm liking Paul more and more, okay? He's a cool dude. Dumb, but cool.
The board wants to meet by the jacuzzi to go over things. We should leave them to it.
It's her company. She can't leave. They have to talk to her about the deal.
All the wives are going to a show later.
Yeah, I think Amy should stay.
Okay, yeah, of course.
I kind of feel bad for her, but I also kind of don't trust her. She might try to sabotage you, ma'am. You need to watch out.
Text me later and we'll meet up.
Yeah.
You still wanted to talk to the board, right, about the deal?
Oh, it can wait.
Can it wait though? Wouldn't it be better if you bring it up now instead of waiting? Unless Jordan is right and you don't want to be at home with your family.
So you got to meet the board.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Oh God, they asked me to speak at this panel tomorrow.
Did you discuss the offer?
Nope. I asked this before, but whose idea was it for her to stay at home? I think Jordan is right about her.
You'll find a window soon.
Yeah, exactly. Tomorrow for sure.
Who's that?
It's just Jordan.
Girl, you need to block him. The longer you go on with this, the more you're going to hurt him and your family and your husband, ma'am. You're married.
So, is Junie doing better?
She's so happy to be home.
Did she miss me?
Wait, are they gonna let you take the jet home early?
That's a no. She doesn't miss you.
Remember, I rescheduled my men's group meeting.
Oh, well, honey, remember,
She doesn't want to be home. And you need to be around for June to have a relationship with you and for her to miss you if you're gone.
they invited me to speak at that panel tomorrow, so.
Well, I support you either way. Just let me know. My men's group.
Why can't y'all just get a babysitter? And if she doesn't like other people, why can't your mom do it? He should be able to do his own stuff too.
Yeah, I'll for sure try to come home early.
This can only go terribly. You're going to do something that you're going to regret. It's going to ruin your marriage and it's going to ruin Paul's life.
If we're gonna hang out, we can't do anything physical.
Terrible idea. Mistake waiting to happen.
Do you smoke?
You know, I used to. I guess I don't have the time or the space.
You got both right now.
So you gotta smack them magnets or they all turn out like this. They never get disciplined like we do.
Are you the first child? Because I will argue the discipline did not work on you. At least Paul is not out here being a criminal, okay? He's not out here doing shenanigans.
Remember when I got you high for the first time and you puked all over the motel lobby? Your vomit was pretty because you love Skittles.
I used to pour the Skittles into the Coke.
Yup.
Paul used to copy me, man. He used to look up to me.
I don't think he stopped looking up to you. I just think that he sees you differently now. He sees you as a person, and that happens to everyone.
Yo, he gave me that nickname, Korean Johnny Carson.
You know he was making fun of you, right?
No?
I don't trust Isaac. I think you don't like the relationship between Danny and his brother, and you're jealous, and you're trying to come in between them. Or you just want Danny to only listen to you, and you know that Paul has an effect on him. That's why you want him isolated.
Paul started calling you after he died, when all that stuff about his temper and narcissism came out.
You ever put Skittles in Coke?
I'm glad you're having fun, Amy, but this is still a bad idea. He should not be here.
I'm about to sell my business for $10 million.
Jesus Christ.
I would have studied plants. I don't even need that much. I'll take a milli.
You don't even need a milli, okay? 1,000 heirs, 100 heirs to have great lives.
What do you say now?
No, I say that it's not all about you.
Yeah, but I'm sure June will rather have you and enough money than be like uber rich and never see her mother.
You sound like my brother. He works so hard for everyone but himself, and I see how unhappy he is.
See, Amy, you're not the only one with problems. He has issues too. So let's stop this shenanigans and call it a day.
I think he's depressed. I just wish he'd leave me alone.
He cares about you.
I don't need the kind of energy around me, you know?
The same energy that Amy has.
It is selfish for broken people to spread their brokenness.
Terrible idea. Jeez. Thank God for Danny being annoying.
Why spend money on a room when we could be making money on the floor? I'll give you half my winnings, okay? Happy?
No, I gotta look for Paul.
Paul! See? We're looking.
Y'all should not be on the floor. I do not trust Isaac with anything, especially gambling. He might cheat and get arrested, and this will ruin everything for you.
Probably gonna have to leave before you wake up tomorrow, but feel free to hang out for as long as you want. I'll leave you some cash.
Back to reality.
Seriously, Paul, you're a great guy.
Exactly why we should stop doing whatever this is before something terrible happens. You're married.
Don't let your brother get you down, okay?
You and Danny are literally the same people. He's not bringing Paul down.
Can we hug?
Sure.
I hate your marriage, but I do not like this. You're pretty much cheating right now. You shouldn't be doing this.
I have zero appetite.
Yo, dude, I know you had a rough night, but you gotta eat something.
I never lose.
I know.
It's all
I know.
Paul's fault.
Okay.
It's a casino. Everyone loses. The house always wins.
Oh, hey, Paul. Paul, get your ass over here. Yo. Hey.
No. Oh my God.
Shoot, I think I left my phone up in my room. You know what? I'll be right back.
Holy crap. Danny will have a literal aneurysm if he sees you. He will lose his ever-loving mind.
I'm not gonna be infected by this brokenness anymore.
What?
See, that's the white devil code.
The brokenness comments, she did not mean that, okay? She has a lot of issues herself, okay? Do not take that too hard.
Korean Johnny Carson a compliment or not? I don't know who that is. Was it a compliment or not?
They're so stupid and ridiculous.
You have no loyalty.
Loyalty will be buying the motel back, making sure that Danny's parents are good instead of buying random chairs. Dick. Oh, gross. Disgusting. You should have just stayed downstairs. He'll come back down eventually. Is she in there already? Please tell me she's.
It was in my room.
I hate
Sorry
you
about that. Okay,
so
great.
much. Shout out to the editors and the choreographers. They did a great job. That was a crazy scene. What was that scream?
Why are you even here, man? Nobody even likes you.
Hey,
I always wonder who the called the cops
Oh
on me
my
at the motel.
God.
It was you snake.
Hey,
Did Paul call the police on him? If he did, he was correct. It sucks that your parents lost the place, but he is right. And I feel like you knew that it was illegal, the things that you were doing. I don't trust you, Isaac.
You know, it's pathetic. You guys had to bully me just to feel better about your lives.
Isaac is bullying you. Your brother is trying to look out for you in his own weird, messed up way.
When you die, literally no one's gonna care.
you wouldn't be here without me. You're pathetic.
I think Paul needs to move out on his own and get like a regular job and try to figure things out.
Amy Lau.
Oh my God.
Universe, bro. It wants you to balance the karma.
No, no, do not go in there. Just leave now, please. This is a terrible, terrible idea.
I was sitting in my car, and all of a sudden, this woman just starts honking at me from her perfect white SUV.
Ma'am, you should have gotten your car painted, changed the license plates, or even buy a new car if you could do that, okay? You have a lot to lose.
This psycho starts trolling my business.
Security, I think some drunk tourists have wandered in.
Is that what that is?
Last tip for your business: the average consumer loves alcohol.
You saved it, but old girl saw the shenanigans. She's gonna look into this.
More fun as a blonde.
I want to stay on. Jordan, I know you probably planned for this,
No.
but
I am only here to support you. You know that.
I can see her in the background. She's like, I should be the only friend.
Yes. Yes. Amazing. Welcome to the family.
maybe the intelligence of the American public, right?
Oh, she just wants a friend and to be included. Go home and change your license plate immediately. This is the BS that happens when you mess with Isaac. You need to stay away from him. Amy, you should not be gloating though. Yours is about to come up on you too. That was just not all at the same time. This felt like a setup for the following episodes, shenanigans. I'm going to assume that from next episode until the end, we're going to be at a high intensity. All of the shenanigans will be happening at the same time. When it comes to Amy and George, I continue to root for their divorce. I look forward to it, but in the meantime, what Amy is doing is wrong. She's basically having an affair. If she's not happy with her relationship, she can either leave or put the effort in and try to have an actually good, honest, and open relationship. Those are your two options. But being out here sneaking around with Paul is beyond wrong. I don't like that. I'm also starting to see why George may hate their relationship / marriage. It feels like Amy doesn't really care about George's interests. Like she doesn't really take it into consideration. And that's not a good thing to have in a marriage. And I also feel like she expects him to take care of June constantly when that's also not fair to him. He may have the patience to deal with June and he may be like a good stay-at-home parent, but that doesn't mean that he wants to be with a kid all of the time. Everyone needs a break. You need to go be around adults. and have an actual conversation with them. I feel like they need to have a conversation, an honest, open one, but they both suck. She hides her stuff, and whenever you try to tell him something, he feels a way about it. I'm looking forward to next episode. I think sister-in-law is going to be the one to kick everything off, and then we're just gonna have shenanigans for the rest of the season. Even more shenanigans. Hopefully nothing happens to Paul and he is safe and okay. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I hope you have a good one and you'll see me later. Bye.